we are going back in time around 1000 days and we are going to look at my oldest park and try and fix it. We got this theme park, which the last save time was 1041 days and it has a 3-star park rating, so I'm actually very curious how this one looks again. Okay, we actually have something to work with. I see some rides, I see a roller coaster, I see actually an unfinished roller coaster, so that's going to be pretty cool. But how long was this park created? This park was created over 2386 days and I haven't really touched it since then, so this is a really old park, and let's see if we can fix this theme park. So we have a couple of things to do. So here's our to-do list. First, we have to add a lot more nature and terrain just so the park looks a little bit better. Step 2 is decorate the rides. And step 3 is probably the most important, is finish this roller coaster right here, since, well, it is not finished here. Let's do the first one. So there is not really an entrance and there are just a lot of rides, well, straight in the entrance area, and I don't think we want these, so let me just delete these. Yeet, 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 and yeet. Alright, there we go. Now we can also delete all of these ugly paths. So there is one slight issue with this park. I only have $10,000. I might just make like a money farm on how we actually make those today instead of whatever mess that was. I will be back to you when I actually have enough money to start building this.
One eternity later.
Okay, so I somehow got a lot of money. I have no idea how, guys, but now we actually got quite a lot of money to, well, spend decorating the park. Money farm will still be producing a little bit of money, not a lot, but at least we can now continue with the park. So first of all, I am going to make the path thicker, like that's just needed. So on the sides, I'm probably just going to be placing the concrete. I think that actually does not look too bad. I am also just going to delete all of these things. We do not need them. So let's get some primitives, and first let's try to make something look good with my statue on top of that. There we go. Okay, let's delete some of these trees, since, well, these are just extremely ugly and yeah, we don't want them actually here. The same, let's just first delete all of these trees. I don't think I want to change too much of this roller coaster, since, well, this is just one of my first roller coasters I've ever built, but I do want to finish this roller coaster or change it up a little bit. Let's fill also this here in with a little bit of like greenery, so like that, and then also a tree that's sort of here. Okay, the coaster and the thing. I might change the coaster a little bit, add a brake run, since at the moment that's non-existing. Make it go 0 and then brakes are here. I have not ridden this roller coaster in like years. I think like 5-6 years ago, maybe even more. Oh my god, why did the chain lift go down? Oh, the chain lift, ooh, that's... like, it's actually not terrible. It's not bad, it's not good, it's not good. And then we have this last hill into this turn and the brakes. Amazing. It is just going to be a very standard station. I think I'm probably going to make it actually a little bit bigger. Going to be using these sort of wooden frames around it. For some reason, just sort of fits within a weld mouse, and also just sort of like keeps old school look and feel of like these stations. And I still want to make that look. I don't want to completely insanely detail this park, since that's just not how this park is and how it probably won't ever be, since it's a park that's like 5 years old. So the roof here is going to be like this, same on the, well, other side, and then just a flat roof in the middle here. All right, here we got our amazing looking station. It's definitely nothing too special, but it works, and that's what matters. It already looks, well, 10 times better than it was. And then we actually can add some more just simple nature around it, just some bushes, some trees, just making it look a little bit better. I'm just going to bore you with that, so let's continue with the next step. Okay, so on the other side of this path, let's also delete all these old trees and just these shops. So before here we had a few rides and a few shops, so we definitely need to place those back. In this corner right here we had the old twister ride, but since then we have gotten the new one. So this is, I think, a little bit of an pirate-ish section, but how it sort of looks, so I think that's not too bad, like with palm trees and stuff, just so it's a little bit different than just, well, this side here. But that does mean we can sort of give this like some more brown colors, maybe some green through it, like some dark green brown. There we go. That's actually not too bad. And to make this look a little bit better, I might just add like a little bit of a structure around it actually, or mainly just for the path, maybe just like a little overhang. And then for the roof we have of course these pieces, but they're like this, which actually is not too bad. So I might just place them like that. And so we have like a little bit of a shade under here and also at the right. Looks amazing. So we still got a little bit of room right here. And there was a ride that was connected to this side, which if I'm correct was the spiral slide. I guess we're just going to do the exact same as we did with the other ride. And let's just, well, connect it. This one isn't probably going to be very themed. It's, well, just right here. I am probably going to place some more nature around it since, well, that just does make it look a lot nicer. Nothing too special. There we go. Okay, well, that means now the first section of the park is almost done since we have got one thing, which I have left a little bit of a stroke here, and that were just the stalls. I'm probably not going to make them like too special, just on a row, a few stalls where people can buy stuff. Also, let's place a restroom and the new balloon stall. Okay, so then we got this sort of last-ish section before we are going to be working on the roller coaster, and that is, well, this. And I have to say, actually does not look too bad, but compared to what we have done so far, it does look, it feels a little bit off. So let's first just delete these stalls and, well, remove this terrain, since this has to be the most useless terrain ever from going from this side to that side. Like, what was I thinking? So now that that is already gone, what I might do is still actually add a train to the theme park. What if we add a train station right here that connects all the way to there? So from the entrance to sort of the back of the park. In these 5 years, we have of course gotten the new transportation train, which we are, well, just going to be placing, I think, right here. It's going to be a small train. So it's just this, and let's just then go through here, and that does mean I probably have to remove this ride, since, well, it's not really in the right place here. And it's always also at the end of the park, so let's just delete this. We will be cleaning, of course, this all up at the end. And let's place then the station 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and, well, the end is probably going to be just quite boring. As you can see, it's just basically this. There it goes, little train ride. So now that we have filled in this space, which was kinda empty, I want to add the Enterprise back, but on the other side. There we go, that's a good enough color. And then we have this, well, swinging ship, and let's say, well, this one is outdated, so let's update that with the new swinging ship, which at the same time is also a lot bigger. So let's just place the remaining few stalls, and I might actually also place that one here. So we already are starting to get a pretty big theme park, but this of course still looks a little bit unfinished, so I am just going to be adding, I guess, just a lot of palm trees. I'm not sure how this looks, just a little bit, not too much. Just this side of the park is just sort of like sandy-ish. That actually doesn't look too bad, to be fair. Okay, I'm now just going to be placing a lot of palm trees and all that stuff around here. I'm not going to bore you again with that, so I will be back when I have sort of finished this little area. And then, guys, we are going to be finishing the roller coaster. Okay, there we go. As you can see, I've added a few little props like a cannon and like a wagon right here and some barrels. Not more. I don't think it really needs it, but I actually kinda like how this looks. It's very simple, but I still sort of just want to keep that throughout the park, since it is of course an old park, and this actually looks now pretty nice. But now, guys, the moment you've probably all been waiting for is this roller coaster. I have said to myself, I am not allowed to delete this part right here, so that's going to be an interesting one. Let's just see what we have so far. That also means I have to build with this coaster type. Well, it is quite old, as you can see, but I think I can probably still make it pretty smooth, so I probably have to do that too. And I kinda have an idea for what I want to do with this, and that is just actually a second lounge right here. That's going to be an interesting one. So what if I do this with the boosters? And I know, believe me, this does look weird, but we now live in 2023 and people are building weird roller coasters, so I guess this shouldn't be too fine. And we are just going to be using all the tricks I have learned over the years, and then we can sort of see like how the coaster first was in like, well, 2018, and how far I've gone with building these roller coasters. I feel like there should be an inversion. Probably here. I'm not going to spend too much time into this roller coaster just because it's, well, not really worth it. Make it look, that's actually not too bad, I would say. And let's add some airtime hill right here. And as you can see, I am actually making this coaster quite low to the ground. I think that was sort of my idea when I made this coaster so long ago. Do I already want to go into the brakes? No. So instead of going to the left, let's go to the right. I think that's probably the better option. So we have a little bit more room, and I think we still have a lot of speed to do stuff. Building this coaster type is so weird, but like seeing how this track, it just feels so old, which is just so weird. And now I still hope I have enough speed for this. If I don't, I will have a problem, since well then the coaster doesn't make it. Wow, timer. Okay, so then we're going to add a small airtime hill right here. This is actually almost the highest point of the roller coaster, and then we're actually going to add some brakes. So if I now connect it like that, that's actually not that terrible. Let's test it. And wow, I have seen this coaster now for so many years unfinished, and seeing it sort of finished with how I'm building today is so strange looking. Let's see how much speed you have. Oh, that booster did not do anything. Guys, we might have a problem. Oh, wait a second. I might know what is wrong with this coaster. The physics model, as you can see, is still on legacy instead of improved. This coaster is so old that it still has that. It even still, as you can see, has these old supports in here. Yeah, now it has actually the new, better physics model. And well, as you can see, oh my... Okay, I might have to turn down some of the boosters. And let's try that again. Okay, I will just be playing around with sort of the options until I have like a thing that actually, well, makes it and looks nice. And then I will be back with you guys. Okay, I think I now have something that works fine, and I just got an idea. So what I want to do is color the first part of the roller coasters just a little bit of a different tint of blue, just so I forever know like what the coaster used to be, which I think can be pretty cool. And I am, by the way guys, not going to be deleting these old supports. I just love they are like in between here. It looks very weird, but I kind of like it. So from this point on, it has like the different layout, so you can actually see them. So guys, let's just have a final look at this POV. What was old, what was new. I am just so excited. Like seeing this coaster finish, as I said, is like crazy to me. So we have this first sort of launch, and then into that, well, turn, and then we have this sort of off-bank turn into the new section. And from this point on, we have the second launch, which actually goes up into this nicely turn into the only inversion this coaster has, which actually looks pretty smooth, the barrel roll. From that point, we just have a few turns, some S-bends, that's actually pretty smooth, all the way up into the brakes. Then we have this less strange turn, I do agree with it, but it actually sort of makes it back into it. And there we have the coaster I started 5 years ago and finished it today. Alright, this video was actually a lot of fun to make. Do you want me to see like other theme parks or continue this one? Please let me know in the comments. But guys, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe on my channel. And guys, I will say, as always, goodbye.